The first thing you're going to want to do is use a fine-tooth comb to comb your hair to the point of where you want your ponytail to sit on the back of your head. The next thing you're going to want to do is grab some gel and put it on your roots right where your part is, and then spread it out through that part of your hair. As you can see, this part, I'm really starting to get the ponytail gelled down to the top of my head and just focusing on making sure all of my hair is going to one point in the back of my head where I'm going to have the ponytail sitting. Right here, I just grabbed a little bit more gel and I'm really going in and getting it flat, stuck to the top of my head. If I have any bumps, I'm using my fine-tooth comb. Some people use a smoothing brush, which is also acceptable, as long as your hair is flat, stuck to the top of your head. Right here, I'm getting my hair sorted into the back of my head to get my giraffe ponytail going. It's my ponytail where I get all the bumps out, make sure my head's smooth. I have all my gel in at this point, and I'm really just going in with my comb or even a smoothing brush and getting it all flat to my head and putting all the bumps back into the bottom of the ponytail so I can brush them out later. I'm also using my comb right here to really make sure the sides of my head are in the ponytail completely, because those are going to be their first pieces that try to come out of the bun. Okay, so at this point, my hair is now into what I call the draft ponytail. It is not my final ponytail, it's my ponytail where I'm going in and I'm using my gel and I'm just flattening everything down, making sure it looks perfect. If it doesn't look good, this is where I get all the bumps out, right here. I did not show myself taking my ponytail out, but at this point, I'm holding all of my hair in my fist, and I have my ponytail on my wrist. As I'm wrapping it around right now, this is my final ponytail. This is my perfect ponytail that I've already gotten the bumps out, and now everything that's knotted is just in my ponytail. Right here, I'm showing the back of my head, the sides, just to show what it would look like. Everything's flat and there's no bumps. Now this is where you go in and all those tangles from before, you just brush them out real quick so you can get into the real bun. The very last stage is not optional. You grab a little bit of gel and you gel up all your flyaways, especially for people like me who have a lot of them at the bottom. In my opinion, the bun is the easiest part of the hairstyle. The ponytail for me is a lot harder than the bun, so if you follow this, it should be pretty easy. This part's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to slide your slock bun over your ponytail. This part, I'm really just using my fingers and my fine-tooth comb or even a smoothing brush to just spread out all the hair evenly over the bun, making sure that none of the bun is showing through. Right here is important. You don't want to waste all your time. You just spent evening out your hair. So you want to just make sure you use a big hair tie and go over it twice. Here's my attempt to show y'all what it looks like. And the next step, as you guys may have guessed, gel the bun. You got to make sure all of the gel is evenly dispersed and you don't want any extra left over. So you just rub it into the bun. So there are two options to wrap your hair from here. There's the twist method and then there's the braid method. I'm showing the twist method right here, but for the sake of the video, later on I will be showing the braid method as well. For the twist method, you just want to bobby pin it in, as I'm going to be showing later with the braid method. Right there is where you would wrap it around and bobby pin it in. As I stated earlier, there's also the braiding method. I only suggest this method if you know you are good at braiding. Otherwise, I would stick to the twist method. They both look good, I just prefer this one. Right here, I'm just separating my hair into 3 even sections so I can braid it all the way down to the bottom of my hair. If you're in between which method to pick, I suggest people with shorter hair stick to the twist method, because if you braid your hair, if it's shorter, then a braid length that would wrap around your bun, you're going to have flyaways and it's going to look kind of funky because you're not going to have it all the way wrapped. Right here, I'm just grabbing a small clear elastic that I'm going to use to put into the end of my hair. You want to make sure it's clear or the color of your hair so it blends in. So I didn't show this part, but you'll see in a second that I braided my hair upwards for the second braid. That way it wraps in the direction that I want it to go without having any bumps around the braid. Right here, I'm just starting the bun formation by pinning the top braid in place. It's not going to be the only bobby pin used, but it's my one to see where I'm at. At this point, my bottom braid is still out of the bun. I have not pinned it yet. I'm just flaring out the braid to make it a little bit wider than the width that is needed so I can pin it down over top and kind of cover anything that doesn't look so good. Now's the point where it's all kind of coming together. I'm pinning the originally bottom braid over top of the first braid, and I'm going to make sure everything is tight and secure. I'm just going around adding bobby pins everywhere I feel it's needed, making sure everything's really pinned down. Right here, I'm just gonna show y'all how I wrap my braids. It's going in a counterclockwise direction. So that's the way I'm going to pull the floss through my head. I'm using floss to get all the flyaways tucked into the bun. If you don't have any floss on you, you can also use string or something of that sort that would also follow the same manner. I'm also tucking it in to the bun portion between the bun and the braid, and I'm also making sure everything is flat on my sock bun. I know it seems like a kind of silly thing to do, but it really does help, and it makes your bun that much more perfect. And yay, that was your last step. Now you're done and you have a perfect bun ready for AMI, ready for a drill meet, ready for inspection, really anything of the sort. And if you have any questions, you can come talk to me or Kobach or NJROTC or any of the girl female leadership.